OTC Trade Life Cycle. So when I say OTC, over the counter trade life cycle, it happens in the absence of the exchange. So when it happens in the absence of the exchange, that means the counterparties, they already know each other. They know each other, and so it will be a bit customized. So the typical steps involved in the OTC trade life cycle are as follows. Number one, trade initiation stage. So trade initiation stage. Now what happens under trade initiation stage? Wherein all stakeholders come together and discuss about the possibilities of the trade. So the typical team that are involved as the stakeholders are, example like legal and compliance team, to make sure that it is legally compliant and follows all the company policies. So that will be checked by legal and compliance team. Then operations team, to make sure that it is operationally viable. Okay, as it is a customized OTC deal, we need to check how much operations supports it. Okay, KYC team, to make sure that the source of money is correct. Finance team, to look at the IT aspects. All the stakeholders will make sure that the system and process are in place. Okay, and static data is set up and trade is executed properly. Okay, the second stage is trade execution stage. Trade execution stage. Now trade execution stage follows the trade initiation stage, and you can call this as the trade date as well. Now once all stakeholders in the trade initiation stage approves on the operational areas, risk management, KYC areas, etc., trade moves to trade execution stage. And in this stage, front office agrees with the counterparty for the trade and exchanges various documents. That includes examples like memorandum and articles of association, documented term structure of the trade. That means all the terms and conditions of the trade will be mentioned here. Signatories of all the authorities, then evidence of nature of business for KYC, etc. Evidence of nature of business. Then evidence of nature of business, other KYC evidences. Okay. Now both the parties can also follow certain standards of trade reporting. Okay, standards of trade reporting. That means a package, like what are the terms should be there for an OTC trade. So standards of trade reporting, like ISMA, International Securities Markets Association, or ISDA. This is for swaps, International Swaps and Derivatives Association. So this will have the package, ready-made stuff like what sort of do's and don'ts of an OTC trade. All will be mentioned in such reporting standards. Okay. These agreements will have the list. Okay, this will have the list of checklists to be done while performing OTC trades. So these are, nowadays they are kind of standardizing, okay, to the extent possible. Then next stage is called as trade capture. So trade capture stage. Now under this, trade is recorded in the system of both the counterparties. So trade is recorded. Okay. Trade is recorded in both the systems of the counterparties. All the trade details like what? So like name of the security, quantity, price, name of the counterparty, so name of the counterparty, etc. will be recorded in the system. Then it moves to the next stage called as trade enrichment. So trade enrichment stage. Now under trade enrichment, data received from the trade capture team is classified into, so data is classified into trade data and static data. Trade data and static data. So trade data includes data which are specific to the trade, like what? Like name of the stock, okay, because in the next trade the name of the stock can change, right? Quantity, so in the next trade quantity can change. Price, these are all trade data. Direction, direction is in what? Buy or sell. Direction, so if it is buy this time, next time it could be again buy or it can be sell, anything. So direction. Then day count convention, if it happens to be a bond, okay, day count convention. This is for day count convention, this is for bond interest payment. Okay. Now static data is also called as master data. Okay, so master data includes data which will not change from trade to trade. So examples are like name of the client, okay, name of the client. So because whenever we deal with this party, this will be the name of the client. Okay, then contact details, then so when I say contact details, phone number, address, etc. Then SSI, standard settlement instructions. This includes bank details, currency of settlement, country of settlement, then ISIN. So yeah, this apart from this SSI, other static data are ISIN, International Securities Identification Number, then or SEDOL, okay, Stock Exchange Daily Official List. This is for all the securities traded in UK, SEDOL, or QSIP. QSIP is for all the securities traded in US. Okay. So these are all the static data. Then the next step is called as trade verification stage. After trade enrichment, trade verification stage. Now after trade enrichment, trade verification stage happens, wherein trade data and static data will be cross-checked again to find if there is any discrepancies, and if there is any discrepancies, it will be sorted out, it will be amended here itself. Okay, so that's trade verification. The next step is confirmation and affirmation. Okay, confirmation and affirmation. Now under confirmation and affirmation, so confirmation means, okay, so we will be sending all the contract notes, sending contract notes or contract details to the counterparty. And affirmation is we will be receiving contract details. Receiving all the contract details. Receiving all the contract details from the counterparty. Or it can also be like, they are seeing all our contract details and then they are acknowledging it. So that also can be called as the affirmation. The next one is clearing and settlement. So clearing first. So under clearing, seller should ensure that there are sufficient shares in the account, and similarly buyer should ensure that there are sufficient funds to pay to the buyer on the settlement date. So clearing will make sure that seller is to ensure for the shares. Similarly, buyer has to ensure for the amount or for the payment or the amount. Okay. The next one is settlement. So settlement refers to exchange of ownership. So here payment is done using messaging systems like Swift. So this is a messaging mode. Okay. And shares are debited from seller's account and credited into the buyer's account. Fine. So these are the steps. Ideally, all these steps should be done in T+7 working days. Ideally, but as I said, it is customized, so accordingly it can vary depending upon the agreement of both the parties. So this is about over-the-counter. Generally, these are the steps: over-the-counter trade life cycle. And according to the underlying asset, according to the product, steps or terminologies can vary a bit. For forex, you will find a bit changing. If needed, just mention in the comments. I'll come up with specifically trade life cycle for forex or swaps. Accordingly, I will come up with if that is required. Now, to ensure that the flow in the OTC market, the flow of trade happens smoothly, there are many service providers for OTC market. Okay, so they provide platform which can be used to make sure that the flow goes smoothly in the operations of this OTC trades. So example, like SwapsWire is quite popular. So as the name says, it's for swaps derivatives. Okay, so this is an electronic platform for capturing swaps details, and it is used for doing confirmation and affirmation. Then DTCC derivatives, so SERV. Now this one it supports automated matching and confirmation services for all derivative products. So this is for all derivative products. T0. T0, this company enables for confirmation and affirmation work and for clearing and settlement. T0. Then TriOptima. TriOptima, this provides service package to terminate swaps or for reconciliation of OTC derivatives. That is for TriOptima. Then Credit Express. Credit Express, this provides support to automate post-trade processing for OTC bond and for credit derivatives. Omgeo, this provides Omgeo trade match platforms to do affirmations automatically. Market. This company provides platform for OTC equities, OTC derivatives, structured financial products. They provide instant messaging platforms and support in reconciliations as well. And it can even talk to other platforms like DTCC and SwapsWires. So it can interact with other platforms as well. So these are some of the platforms used for the smooth functioning of the OTC market. Thank you so much.